Weed thought to himself. Does he mean those art sculptures? While Weed was lost in thought, the instructor continued, explaining that he simply wanted to know Weed's opinion on sculpting. Weed took another bite from his lunchbox. To him, the sword was everything he aspired to master. So why was this NPC bringing up something so unrelated? His eyes suddenly lit up. This might be a quest. A random interaction like this could easily lead to rare rewards. What's the right answer? Should I say I like it? Or... Then he spoke firmly. Sir, I am a man of the sword. I cannot waste my time on something like sculpting. I'm honestly disappointed in your question. I have no time to think about sculptures. Weed decided to play hard to get. The instructor suddenly applauded. Amazing. I knew you were a dedicated swordsman. Yes. Why would a swordsman like me waste time on such trivial things? Weed replied, relieved that he had chosen correctly. Still, he asked, but why did you bring it up? The instructor explained that there was a rumor about a master sculptor who could carve the moonlight itself. Weed didn't believe it. No one could sculpt moonlight. Maybe a rock. Yet the instructor seemed intrigued, especially since the story came from a castle knight. He then asked Weed to investigate, citing their high level of intimacy. A quest window appeared. He was tasked with investigating the mysterious sculptor said to have sculpted the moonlight. Weed felt relieved. A quest meant money, and he had none left to even buy food for his training. Still, a thought crossed his mind. Why does this quest require such a specific trigger to appear? He accepted it and told the instructor he would look into the matter, even if he didn't believe the rumor. The trainer handed him 2 silver coins. Weed accepted them with a smile, quickly calculating that this amount could buy him an additional 66 2/3 pieces of barley bread. Early the next morning, Weed entered a sculpture shop. As he stepped inside, the owner began, "Welcome to," but immediately cut himself off upon seeing Weed, asking instead why he was there. "Hello, I have something I'd like to ask," Weed said. The shop owner quickly replied that he was busy and told Weed to come back later. Weed realized something important. NPCs in this game had distinct personalities. I need to build rapport first. He leaned forward, examining one of the sculptures. Loud enough to be heard, he praised its beauty, wondering aloud who the artist was, and remarked how fortunate he was to have found such a place filled with remarkable art. The shop owner, who had created the sculpture himself, heard this and smiled. He thanked Weed, offered him a cup of honey water, and invited him to stay for a while, saying he wanted to share a story. Weed glanced at several sculptures, carefully noting their prices. As he sat and sipped the honey water, he thought to himself that there was no way to earn significant money from sculpting, judging by their value. Then he asked about a rumor, that 50 years ago, someone from the royal family had sculpted the moonlight. The shop owner replied that it was a legend among sculptors, something he had heard from guests of the royal household. As soon as Weed heard that, his quest updated. It was complete. All he needed to do now was return to the instructor for his reward. That was easier than expected, Weed thought. He placed his cup down and stood to leave, but the shop owner stopped him. Weed turned, surprised. Yes? The owner hesitated before explaining. I don't know how the moonlight was sculpted, and whenever I ask visitors from the royal family about Queen Elaine, they seem uncomfortable. Then he added, if possible, could you investigate this further for me? A new quest appeared. He needed to uncover the relationship between the sculptor and Lady Elaine and gather the information discreetly. Weed considered it. The difficulty might be low for now, but quests like this often lead to great rewards. Still, he knew it would become more dangerous the deeper he went. At his current level, he could probably only gather information. I'm not sure if I'm capable of handling this, Weed replied. The shop owner stepped beside him and tapped his shoulder reassuringly. No, it's all right. As long as you're careful, it shouldn't be too difficult. A notification appeared. Quest accepted. Weed frowned. What kind of game forces a quest on you? In the next scene, Weed walked through the streets, sighing as he began gathering information. At one point, he glanced back and noticed royal knights in the distance. For a moment, he wondered if he was being followed, but quickly dismissed the thought. He moved through various places, pubs, crowded streets, and narrow alleys, until he finally found someone connected to his search. It was a handmaiden who had once served Queen Elaine. She said it had been a long time since she had heard that name, describing the queen as a wise and elegant woman. Then she asked, So, you want to know about the Moonlight Sculptor? Weed nodded eagerly. Yes, that's right. But the old woman immediately responded, and why should I tell you? Weed froze. He had forgotten. NPCs in this game weren't simple information sources. They had personalities. He needed to build relationships, just like with real people. Caught off guard, he muttered, "Huh?